My intention in making this video is so that whoever watches it can say to themselves, if she did it, so can I. Let's go. The cars, they were overpriced. I went to a couple of lots with my buddy, who we went in her car, and I looked at a couple, but the whole time, like my whole being already had my SUV. And first it was in my car that I imagined and felt myself in the SUV. Then I had the mental talk of having it already and said to myself how wonderful this feels and how much I love and appreciate this car. And then out of the blue is when the car got sold. They approached me, and then I was without a car, and I stopped doing everything physical, and I just sat with the feeling of my car. And I would stand in my apartment building and look out at the parking lot, the private parking lot where I live, and I would say, oh, look at my car, it looks so good sitting there, it's so good to finally see it there. And my buddy would come over and we'd sit and talk, and I'd say, I have my car. And she would laugh. She'd go, oh, really? Where is it? And I'd say, right there. Don't you see it? It's sitting right there. I'm like, you can't see that? And I literally did that every time someone came over. And when I was alone in my living space, I would just look out and I'd say, oh, I'm so glad to finally have this car. And I would see it sitting there. Well, and I was looking on YouTube. Scotty, I don't know his last name, he's an auto mechanic, and he has a YouTube channel. So let's see what he thinks about different models. And I kid you not, I had a list of 4 models, and they were all really sweet SUVs. I have to laugh because he's talking, and he says, yeah, I have a customer that went to autotrader.com, he got an excellent deal, don't go to a dealer, don't. And I said, wait a minute. What did he just say? Because it stood out when Spirit's talking with us, when the Divine is talking with us, it'll highlight really. So it sounded, my ears went on supersonic. It sounded like it was blasting my ears. I stopped the video, I went to Auto Trader, I put in the specs I wanted, and boom, one car. I kid you not, one automobile came up. And it is the automobile that I now own. And it's an automobile that the name was not on my list, yet it had every feature that I wanted in a vehicle. Every feature. And as a matter of fact, like the Divine always does, it outdid me. Like I wanted a sunroof, it gave me a panoramic sunroof. I wanted leather seats, I got the brand new leather seats. The car came with push button ignition. So I was so impressed with the features of this car. I messaged right away. They were friendly. It worked out. My buddy was available that day, and it was close to me. I did not have to drive far. The drive to get the car was 25 minutes. And I went with my cash. Now, I had gotten cash for my car, but I had saved more cash myself. I was uninterested in withdrawing from my checking, so I just was saving cash as I was going, and I added to the cash that I sold my car for. I test drove the car. The young woman said, it's my father's car. Are you interested? Yes, I'll call him. Got on the phone with him. I asked him what he would be comfortable with selling the car for. He said, well, these are the offers I've gotten. And I said, well, this is what I have on me. And it was, get this, $2,000 less than what he had the car listed, and he took it. Remember earlier I said it will come back to me because I sold my car $2,000 less than its value. Well, now I was getting a car $2,000 less than its book value. So it worked out so beautifully, and I knew it would come back around. I had absolute faith in that. So that's how I ended up manifesting the car, and the guy was so pleasant that he let me take his license plates so I could drive my car back to my place, get my car to the registry and get it registered, all that good stuff. And then I mailed his license plate back to him. So there's still good people around. There's still good, considerate, honest people around. I am in love with this car, and it is serving me very well. Winter is coming now, so my all-wheel drive, it'll be absolutely perfect. And that's how I manifested my car. I imagined myself in the car. I had set the intention, gave myself mental talk, imagined the car parked in my lot, played it out with all of my buddies or anyone in my circle that I already had my car, and